Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to another episode of my West Tigers Career Mode. This is Season 2, Episode 21, and this is the final proper game of the episode. We will have a round-up sort of episode next time, but this is the grand final. We are taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons, our bitter rivals of this series. Obviously, I'm not sure what they're like in real life in terms of being huge rivals, but right now, they are our biggest rivals, and I think it's fitting, seeing it's a grand final, that I'll just be quiet here and let you listen to the crowd and that sort of stuff. So I'll let them make their way out into the field, and I'll see you for the proper game. And there we have it. That's the build-up to the grand final. You saw the national anthems. You can see the cheerleaders dancing, that sort of stuff. There's all the confetti on the field. That's one thing I don't understand is the confetti on the field. It happens on all these games, and all of a sudden it just disappears for the proper game. But there is the kickoff. Aaron Woods taking the first hit up of the game, and he has returned for us. Obviously hasn't played for the last few weeks due to being suspended, but it's going to be a bit of extended highlights for this game. Obviously just the one game compared to normal sort of games where we have the 2 episodes. And I did consider doing the format of the videos I've been doing with YouTube Showdown, that sort of stuff, but I thought, no, we're going to keep it to the normal format that we've been doing. It's been working so well for us in terms of, the rest of the series. Why do something different for the grand final? We've already got a little bit of a build-up, but build-up sort of episode last time. But that was a brilliant kick there. I'm not sure who it was who kicked it. I think it was Hutchison, but it hit the post, and Tedesco had no room to work with. We know Tedesco's kick returns are deadly when he's got a little bit of space, and they're just shutting us down. And you can see here just the constant sort of pressure there by the Dragons. They just keep throwing stuff at us. We keep defending it pretty well, but you'd think at some point it's just something's got to give here. And another turnover by us, and it's not even turnover, it's just we haven't been able to make any meters since that ball hit the post, and the big tackle on Galloway following that. So a little bit disappointing from our forwards. They're not really aiming up here, but the Dragons will open up the scoring here. Benji Marshall, he scores a try there, and I believe they do have Gareth Widdop on the bench there. So Marshall and Drew Hutchison are the halves combination, and they've done a pretty good job so far steering the Dragons to the grand final, and the Dragons look like they're on their way to winning the grand final at this stage. Open up the scoring. You can see it's a packed out crowd, about 50-50 I'd have to say, but we do get the get the game back underway, and it's going to be Curtis Sirinen coming down, and a huge hit on the Dragons forward. I don't know if it's Army, I don't know who it was to be honest, but it is followed up by some more poor defence here, and we do have Aaron Woods coming across in defence, but it is going to be Mitch Rain who's going to race away, and he's going to score the second try of the game. And oh my god, this is a disaster so far. This is an absolute disaster. The worst possible start you can think of. I mean, it's right up there with the Cowboys' start to the grand final, though they did recover. Hopefully we can recover as well. But 10-0 down at this stage. It's not looking good. It should be 12-0 you would think. But there was a replay of Mitch Rain running away. You see Benji Marshall, can he kick the goal? Yes, he can. Straight over the black dot there, and the Dragons fans going crazy, looking to win their second premiership, or their, the latest premiership since 2010. That was the last time they won the premiership. I believe they got pretty close last year as well. But James Tedesco, there's a kick return, and that's more of the stuff that we like. You can see it's probably a good thing that we conceded those tries in terms of just being able to get out of our own ends rather than trying to defend for the whole first half here. But that's a brilliant little kick there by Luke Brooks, and might sound stupid saying a good thing conceding the tries, but we were just going nowhere in our own end. So it's just, we may as well just concede a try at some point rather than just keep defending for the whole first half and then try and have to make up points later because they're going to score eventually. And right there, Nofaluma couldn't quite score. The Dally M Player of the Year couldn't score it. Chris Lawrence goes back against the grain, or sort of, the defence was coming across, offside and across, and he changed direction, went back to where the ball was originally played, and he palmed off a few players, and he scores a try, opens up the scoring for us, and we are right back in it. There was still a little bit to go in the first half as well, like 15 minutes maybe, so we got plenty of time to try and get some points, but that's not what you want to do. A forced pass there by Cameron King. He is a former Dragon as well, and I think Kitty Glyman also is a former Dragon, although he's not playing in this game. But yeah, there's a few former Dragons playing this, and I'd say Benji Marshall up against the Tigers as well, so that's a pretty good story that you could talk about. But Cameron King comes up with a poor kick there from dummy half, and it is followed up by a poor pass, which was regathered from us, and there was an intercept there. I think it was Trent Merrin on the ball there. Curtis Sirenen comes up with a few good tackles there, and it's Ewan Aiken, I think. I don't know who it was, to be honest with you, but that is a crucial tackle there by James Tedesco. If we concede that try there, I think it's game over. And right here, we hold them up over the line, and we are defending for our lives right here. The Tigers doing everything they can here. Aaron Woods coming from mark, and that's another palmed off player, and they are just going to take the tackle, and that is going to be half-time. I'm surprised they didn't just go for a field goal, the Dragons, but 12-6 at half-time. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, the start that we had was very, very poor, and the ending of the first half was very, very poor as well. I dare say we've been feeling the pressure greatly, immensely. It's just not been a good game for us so far, but the good thing is we survived and we're not too far behind, so we got plenty of time to make up ground, that sort of stuff. And we started off the second half pretty well. Good set in defence there, and James Tedesco throws a dummy, takes it around one, and he gets tackled. That is a strong tackle, two-man tackle, but we do win a penalty. That sort of animation is something where you can win penalties quite often there. Luke Brooks takes it to the line, gets it to Griezmann off the bench there, and I think he's on for Sam Thaiday at this point. But Manaia Cherrington goes to the line himself, and he will score. Daniel Vito in late, but Manaia Cherrington, he scores a try, and there is a good chance he won't be playing next season. So what a way to end your career at the Tigers. Obviously, he is contracted at the Tigers, but we've got Jack Granville coming in next season, so I'm not sure what the future holds for Cherrington, but he is holding his own. He's obviously a prospect for the future, so I'm not going to say it's going to be the last ever game for the Tigers, but at least for the time being, it probably will be. Now, we're trying to expand upon that try that we just scored and take advantage of the momentum, and we are going to do that. Kevin Aguama is going to race away and score, and that is excellent work there with Kevin Aguama just stepping inside, and that's another one of those ones where I love it. Instead of, that animation where it goes into another animation that looks so forced upon, and you're like, oh, you're getting stepped. This time it actually is a proper step, and I don't really know how to explain it really well, but I think the camera work just there, I really love that camera work. Started off from the behind camera angle, and just worked our way around. It's sort of like that spider cam, but not quite the spider cam. If I could have done the spider cam, I would have, but I don't really know how to do that, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the Guama gets off another player, but is eventually brought down. You see Cherrington going across the field here, and we are looking very, very comfortable. We're sort of stuffing around a fair bit here, and Cherrington puts in a nice little grub there, and it is fielded by Josh Dugan, and he races back, he runs back a little bit, a few metres there, but he was brought down by Sam Thaiday, and right here, they kick it out on the full. That is a terrible play from the Dragons, and it's all coming up Millhouse for the Tigers this year, and Curtis Sirenen, he takes a run there, and he gives away the ball straight away. That was poor. Now, if you want to take a look at how close that ball was to being in the field, being a 40-20, there was it in slow motion. It was pretty darn close, but it gives the Dragons great field position after that error by Curtis Sirenen, and that's just inexperience there. You really should have held the ball. And I don't know how many more seasons we can keep saying inexperience, because these guys have been around for a fair few seasons here. But Trent Merrin is going to rise above James Tedesco. It's actually Jack DeBellin, sorry, and he's going to score, and that will even things up here. You can see Benji Marshall putting it on the boot and just puts it up right over the goal post as if he was kicking a goal, and Jack DeBellin rises high, and they'll kick the goal from right in front. And that's very, very poor from James Tedesco. Is that just the lack of match time, not match fitness, but is he a little bit rusty after not playing for a while? Is James Tedesco? I think he might be. He's not been that good for the second half of the season, but you know what, the team was still in it. We're not out of it. So Cameron King, a little bit of a dart there, and he gets to Aaron Woods. Aaron Woods first came back, just drops the ball there. Really should have been more aware, should have been knowing it was coming. I've instructed the side to always be expecting those offloads, whether they come or not. But Tedesco comes up with a big run here on the full-time siren, and we are going to Golden Point for the grand final. I think this is a fitting final, and Golden Point, just like real life this year, in 2015, the 2016 Rugby League Live 3 Grand Final between the Tigers and the Dragons. Golden Point, 18 all. See, our completions have been appalling, and that's something we've got to watch out for in this Golden Point. We got to make sure we complete our sets and just defend well. You can see that's a brewing kick by Cameron King. The only problem is the time on the clock there. So you see their fourth tackle. This is going to be the last play of the first half of Golden Point here, and they're going to make a line break here. I'm not sure exactly who it is. I think it's Stuart Aiken, but James Tedesco comes up with a big tackle there. That's what we needed him to do. I was a bit worried that he was going to miss that one, but he came up with the goods there. You see here, Dragons, they actually started off with the ball. This is the first set in the second half, so I was sort of thinking race up, make some good tackles there, and just try and keep them in their own end, and that is not working out at all. They are passing the ball at will, offloading a lot, just going crazy as if they're chasing points, and I'm not really sure what's to go here, but that's what they're doing right here. Nearly an intercept there by Aaron Woods, but instead the Dragons grab the ball and they make more meters, and they're getting into field goal range, which is very, very daunting here. I think 30 out, probably a little bit too much, but they just keep going, keep offloading, keep doing whatever they're doing. And you see here, I'm not sure who it is on the ball, but they're going to race away, and we do bring them down less than 10 meters from the line. They've got Drew Hutchison to the left there. Is he ready for field goal? Yes, he is. He kicks the field goal, and the Dragons win the 2016 Premiership. That is absolutely heartbreaking to lose the game like that. And I was devastated when it happened for a good little while after, like a day or so after. I was still thinking, shit, can't believe we lost that. And you see there, Curtis Tiernan, some might say that he was the cause of the loss. Didn't really control the game. The halves didn't really control the game for the back end, but there was a lot of factors into why we lost. Obviously, dropping the ball with Woods and that sort of stuff. But yeah, credit to the Dragons. We got them in the 9s, which doesn't really mean a hell of a lot. We eliminated them last season, but they got us when it mattered, and that was in the Grand Final, 2016 Grand Final. We lose. Benji Marshall picked up man of the match there. Although he didn't kick the final field goal, he was instrumental in their comeback. And let's take a look at the final sort of the play in the perspective of Drew Hutchison, the halfback who ends up kicking the field goal. So this is the final set. You can see there, just throwing it around here. And I think that might be Benji, someone on the ball there right now. So Hutchison getting in position, not quite for a field goal. He sort of maybe could have got the ball just then, but he's sort of sticking around the middle, waiting for the field goal. And this is what we should have been trying to do had we got an opportunity. He actually grabbed the ball there, and he got the final offload away, which gave him the perfect field position. So that is excellent play there from Drew Hutchison. And maybe that's exactly why Gareth Widdop is stuck on the bench, you would have to think. So very disappointing way to end the series, and it's a shame we had to end the series, end the season. It's a shame that we lost that game, but you know what, we'll have to come back next episode, go over everything, and try and regroup and figure out what's next for next season. Anyways, that's where the video is going to end. Hope you did enjoy it. If you could have, that we lost. And make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at MrLukeMYT. Facebook page in the description below. And I will see you for the next video. Bye, guys.